Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us in the Social Tables Huddle. Claire Harrington. And today we are here with Grace Shealy, who is the Executive Director of the Master's Program for Hospitality Management at Georgetown University. Great. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Great. So, Gray, you've written some great content for us about hospitality education, and just have a couple questions for you. Wanted to dig a little deeper into. So historically, as you noted, a formal education in hospitality has not really been the norm. It's not been super available. We have over 80 programs in the United States alone today that are teaching hospitality. Can you tell me about that shift and why you think people are getting more interested in having a formal education with hospitality?
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess a little history lesson kind of in the background. Hospitality has been notorious for having apprenticeships. We know them as internships today. But even in Renaissance England, we know that innkeepers would have people come and do apprenticeships with them to learn the trade, essentially. And I think that's traditionally what hospitality has been thought of, is really a trade, and something that's quite transactional. Guest comes, you put them in a bed, they leave, you clean up, and that's kind of how it works, at least until now. In the 20th century, you saw the dawn of formalized education in hospitality. Cornell, of course, did open the first formal hospitality school in the 1920s. And then you really start to see a surgence of hospitality starting in the 70s, 80s, and up to now, where you have, as you mentioned, a number of hospitality schools out there offering a formalized education that goes beyond your traditional internships. I think now what we're starting to think about as the hospitality industry has changed so much is it's less of a transactional relationship that one has with a guest or a customer, but now one that's more experiential. Even your frontline employees, like servers in a restaurant, must know so much information to be able to convey to a guest. If they have questions about menu items, they've got to know where they're sourced from. They've got to know so much information, and you've got to have so much training and knowledge that is built even for these types of folks, that I think all the more reason why leadership at the hospitality corporate level is certainly starting to request higher education in many of the positions that you would see all over the board, all throughout the industry.
So the education, the formalized education, is more about creating a strategic workforce rather than just a kind of checking the box workforce.
Exactly. And I think you'll see that in many industries today, but primarily it's a big shift for the hospitality industry.